Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna, and today we are going to be doing some late summer makeup featuring some rather affordable makeup items. They're kind of more accessible, a little easier to get your hands on, and they're not going to break the bank, which is the most important part, and they perform really well. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're going to be using stuff that I tried to find that was around the $10 price point and less. There's a couple of things that went over, just a couple of things, but not by much. See, I tried to find stuff at a lower price point that I think the quality is outstanding at, and this is stuff that is a little bit more maybe newer release things as well. Very kind of relevant to the current season, in my opinion, even though I think we kind of look a little bit fall today, but I'm not mad at that. I personally like that kind of look year round. So anyways, that's what we're doing today. We're creating a makeup look using some fairly affordable makeup items from the drugstore and kind of having some late summer vibes and using some newer releases as well. So if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before we get into the makeup, don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know down below your thoughts on the items we used today. And without further ado, let's get into this late summer affordable makeup. Okay, let's talk about some affordable makeup for summertime. Well, I guess late summer going into fall, but affordable drugstore makeup nonetheless that feels kind of seasonal. I've already done my brows and I used e.l.f. Wow Brow, e.l.f. Ultra Precise pencil. Very affordable options at the drugstore. Eyes are primed. Let's go ahead and get started on the eye look, just because that's where I like to start with my makeup, is the eyes. And I'm going to start this look out using the NYX Epic Wear liner stick and burnt sienna. This is just such a good quality pencil for a pretty decent price point. I think it's around the $10 price point, so it's not the cheapest liner on the market, but it performs incredibly well. So yeah, I'm going to take that and do a little smokiness around the lashes. And this burnt sienna is kind of a burgundy black cherry type color, kind of a pillow talk color. And Soleil Clinique has a black honey eye collection out. It's pretty much the same color as the eye pencil in that collection. But the formulation of this pencil is so just creamy and easy to work with. Like no tugging, super long wear. And yeah, it's going to work great just to deepen up that lash line. And take that into the tight line as well. Right into the lashes. All the way into the inner corner. Alright, and now I'm going to grab a little small smudge brush from Sonia Kashuk. I'm trying to keep the brushes on the more affordable drugstore side of things as well. So Sonia Kashuk brushes, fantastic. And great price point. Hers are my favorite affordable eye brushes. I'm just going to use that to blend that out. But yeah, these Epic Wear pencils come in a ton of shades too. Now that we got a nice little smoky base going, I'm going to jump over to the Revolution Beauty Icon Palette and Eternal Icon, because this is a new launch at the drugstore that is only $10 for 12 shades. And yeah, it's a great little palette. I don't love this particular one over here, this cream, but the rest of the palette, chef's kiss. So today I think we're going to go in with some of this shade right here, this kind of khaki color. It's a khaki bronze shade and some of the mattes within, but I think these two might be the star of today's look. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little fluffy brush here, again Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to take some of this lightest shade in here, right here, and just use that to kind of set over here. So I'm going to go into this camel color right here, this light camel, and I'm going to start to build that through the socket. Just a nice broad application. And now I'm going to go to a smaller little flat kind of packer on brush, or like a sweeper brush, I guess you could say. I can't remember what it's called because it's rubbed off on here, but it's a Sonia Kashuk brush. And we're going to go to this dark brown shade right here. I'm going to start to build that right out here. going to diffuse that into the socket. I'm going to go back to my little fluffy brush I'm just using and just diffuse these edges. A little bit more of the camel color just to do some blending. A little bit more of that deeper brown. And very lightly kind of work that around here. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my flat brush. I'm going to take some of the kind of khaki bronze shade here. Just paint that onto the lid. And diffuse the edges a bit. What a pretty color. And then on the innermost corner, I'm going to take some of this one right here, this copper color, and just have that right in there. And do a little bit on the center of the lid, right here. Like add like a halo, a spotlight with that shade. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this one right here, this kind of green topper color. It's very sheer. Kind of barely green. And just pat that over top the middle as well. So I think that's gonna bring some really pretty sparkle in. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like the way that's looking. All right, now I'm gonna take some of that darkest brown again on the little smudge brush and just right along the lashes with this. Really maintaining that depth right there. All right, I'm gonna clean up fallout because I did definitely get a little fallout with that dark brown because it got a little blend happy there. So I'm gonna tidy that up really quickly. Now let's jump over to skin. I'm gonna use some Limique lotion first to add some glow, skin enhancer type of way. So I'm actually going to use the light shade today. And I'm going to take some Poreless Putty Primer Liquid in the T-zone. Now, let's do a little liquid bronzer. I'm going to use this from e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand. I'm going to do this in kind of a bronzer placement. This is the light medium color, which is a bit of a warmer undertone. So I'm going to do this more in a broader application. I'm going to do a little bit of cream blush, this little underpainting step. And I wanted to feature this one just because it is an affordable option and you don't have to use two different blushes like I'm doing today. I like to underpaint and layer product, but this is just a really good liquid blush that's super affordable. It's the Wet n Wild Lip and Cheek color, and this one is in the shade Rosy Romance. For concealer, I'm going to start the NYX Pro Stick in pink and just do that right on the under eye to brighten up. Right in this little inner corner here. Just right over here. And I'm going to blend that in. And I used a e.l.f. Duo Complexion brush for the bronzer and blush. And I'm using a different one for concealer and foundation. Just going to buff this in real quick. And get this nice and brightened up. I absolutely love this NYX concealer stick. Color corrector stick, it's so good. I really love the formulation of it. It is so creamy and easy to blend and work with. And then for my actual concealer, I'm going to use the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. And we'll just buff that out. And then for actual foundation coverage product, Wet Wild Tinted Hydrator. Super affordable and one of the most beautiful complexion products at the drugstore, especially for the price point. You kind of, it's unbeatable, honestly, for that price. And it is up there with the best. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous skin tint. Like, I cannot believe it's as affordable as it is. It's really good. Buff a little bit of this on to make everything will come together. And that's a wonderful skin tint. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It looks so fresh and natural on the skin. And yeah, using it with underpainting, just everything will just melt together and it just works. That was one of the best foundations to use with underpainting, or skin tints rather, just because it lends itself really well to the technique. Now for powder, a really affordable one is the Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Powder and Essence Primer and Finishing Powder. I haven't used this as a primer, but as a finishing powder, it's lovely. It sets the under eyes pretty well. It's very, very soft and very, very delicate product. Don't throw this in your purse. It will break. I wish the shade wasn't quite so yellow. This is the translucent shade, but I wish that if they had like a pink undertone one, that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm going to use a little bit of this to set the under eye. And with a light hand, it does fine for setting without creating a yellow cast. It potentially can though. So you gotta be a little careful with it. These yellow powders are not my yellow undertone powders, rather, really aren't the best on my skin tone, but the powder itself is beautiful. So if you like this tone, this is a great powder. This is the formula of it. Beautiful. I mean, you can see I have definitely been using it. But it can definitely give a brightening effect. I would love to see this with a pink undertone. Yeah, that really is a pretty powder. There's no denying that. That is a really nice powder on the skin. And it plays really well with the skin tint. Let's do this lower lash line quickly. I'm going to use my pencil one more time here. Bring some of that right here. And come up on this outer corner like that and create a little lifty wing like it's coming from underneath. And go back to my little smudgy brush. Bit of that darkest brown eyeshadow here. And just pop a little bit right there over top. And kind of soften that liner out. Alright, and then the camel shade, the lighter brown that we used in the transition, we'll run a little bit of that under here. And just kind of soften that up. And then in the waterline, I'm going to take a little bit of this NYX Rich Mechanical Liner in Quartz Queen. Just kind of brighten up in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of that bronze. And let's take some of our sparkly, kind of greenish gold shade. Put a little bit of that under here. I'm going to curl my lashes. And I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara primer. This is the Get a Grip from Hard Candy. Alright, while it's dry, I'm just going to touch my brows up quickly with a bit of my NYX Lift and Snatch and a little bit of the Brow Lift gel. So I'm going to take some of the Brow Lift, comb some of that through, get everything locked into place. Again, very affordable, so Now I'm gonna let that dry as well as the primer. And I'm gonna sort my hair out. And then we'll be back for some finishing touches. Let's see you just a second. Okay, we're back. Hair is sorted. I just need to floof it really. That's all that was going on. And lash primer is dry. Brows are set. So let's do some mascara now. This is the Make It Double from Hard Candy. Another really affordable option and a super good mascara. So yeah, it's the double-sided. One side is like a comb. The other side is more fluffy, kind of bristly wand. So it's 2 wands in one. So you start with the comb side, brush that through, and then you take the more bristly side and brush that through, and that gives the volume, whereas the comb gives length. So I'm going to start with the comb. And this is a really good mascara. Like, without a primer, it performs beautifully. It's a winner. And it's like $8. And this just combs through so well and deposits product. Separates the lashes, gives them length. And then when you flop over to the other side, it really gives that nice fluttery volume. I think one coat gives some pretty impressive results. Even again without a primer, it does beautifully. This is like a best of both worlds mascara. Where are we going double lashed up on a Monday? That's some good mascara. Good mascara. There we go. Yeah. Bold lashes today. Like it looks like I got falsies on. Right, now I'm going to do a little bit of powder bronzer. Kind of jumping around a little bit. NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. This is an amazing bronzer at the drugstore. It is so good. If you want a powder bronzer, the shades are all beautiful. The formulation, 10 out of 10. I've raved about it so much. So let's go ahead and pop some of this on. I'm just going to do a little light hand. Just to bring a little warmth. Something I really like to do with this bronzer is take a little bit, put it right out here, and gives a little bit more lift and a nice little kind of transition. And for just a little blush, Buttermelt Blush. These are both $10-ish, around the $10 price point most places. But the quality is just so phenomenal. There are definitely way more affordable blushes though at the drugstore. So Wet n Wild, again, amazing blushes. The liquid blush is gorgeous. Their Mega Glow Stick blushes, ooh, those are amazing. What else? Elf primer infused blushes. Can't beat them. Can't beat them. But these are pretty dang good. Like pretty good. This is the shade Feelin' Butter, which is a kind of glowy terracotta. And I'm just gonna do a little kiss of this right out here. So I've got 2 shades of this, and I think I'm gonna need more. I think I need that light peach color too. Oh, these are pigmented. Light hand. Whoopsies. I'm gonna clean my brush off real quick here. Just gonna diffuse that out. Double lash job, girl. I'm doubled everything up today. Double blush, double bronze. Just, I love layering products. All right, that is the blush done. I did not pull a highlighter aside from the Lumi Glotion because that blush does have some nice glow in it, and I think it kind of is sufficient. I'm in search of a new drugstore highlighter. Gonna be looking for some next time I go shopping. So I don't really have any that I can rave about at the moment for you guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and just move on to the lips. ColourPop lip liner in BFF3. A really good lip liner shade, just a nice brown. You can get this at Ulta, and I believe Target carries it as well. Great price point, wonderful formulation. So I think Makeup by Shayla formulated this color, if I'm not mistaken. I think she did. So I want to say BFF 2. One of those was Kathleen Lights. Or maybe Kathleen Lights just really liked it. I don't remember. And I'm gonna blend this in and soften it. Revlon Super Lustrous. What else? And this is gonna be, we're gonna go with Whiskey Business today. Because I mean, it's perfect, that's why. And again, a very affordable lipstick. These at Walmart come in around the $6 price point. And Amazon, Target, you'll get a good deal on them as well. But yeah, that's Whiskey Business, one of my favorites. And I'm gonna top that with a little bit of gloss. This is actually a lip oil from Wet n Wild. Wonderful lip oils here for under $10. This one is the shade Cedar Rose. They're pretty sheer, most of them. Some of the other, there's some more opaque ones within the range, but for the most part, they're fairly just a sheer lip oil. They have that slight hint of mint, very, very soft hint of mint to them, and a vanilla flavor, but it's so mild. It is basically like non-existent in a good way. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this in the center here. So my lips do be feeling dry today. These are also very hydrating. They have like 7 oils in them. Really good, really good lip oil for a wonderful price point. They're a nice, very thin, non-sticky formula. They're not that heavy, gloopy kind of oil that some of them are. Like the NYX lip oils, the fat oils, they're great, but they're kind of thick, right? These and have that stickiness. These don't have that. These feel more akin to like a Maybelline Lifter Gloss almost. Here is our look all complete today with a full face of affordable products for summer. Affordable to me, I mean, that is a very subjective thing. Depends on your lifestyle, your budget and all that, but this is stuff that I think of when I think of affordable makeup that is not gonna break the bank. These are the items I think of. They're for the most part under $10 or around that point. It's so hard to find anything less than $10 at the drugstore. Honestly, it's real hard. So I tried to find stuff that was as close to that as I could find around that price point and below. I think the most expensive thing is probably the Lumi Glotion in today's video, and the eyeshadow palette I think is $12. And I mean, it's great for 12 bucks, so absolutely wonderful. But yeah, the Lumi Glotion might be the most expensive thing. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below on all these items, and I will be doing one of these videos for the fall season coming up. We're gonna have affordable fall makeup. Winter, we'll be doing them quarterly. And it's just kind of a selection of things that I think are really good at the drugstore for that season. Stuff that I'm personally loving, that I think has a really good price point for what it is. And just a way to show you some alternatives at the drugstore that aren't upwards of $10. I'm going to try to keep them lower and more accessible, if that makes sense. Again, let me know your thoughts on everything down below. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, whatever, drop them in that comment box, girl. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.